Hello everyone, welcome to another vlog. I'm going to call this one a typical week, and I'm going to film my activities, Masonic and otherwise, over the coming week. And this will be really interesting for me because I recently retired. I retired at the end of December last year, and you know how people always say to you, you'll find that when you're retired you don't know how you had time to go to work. And I always kind of roll my eyes and think, yeah, right, but actually it's proving to be true. So I'm interested to know, what do I do in the course of a week that takes up so much of my time? So I'm not going to film things like cleaning the loo and washing the dishes, etc., although I do those things as well, but just the activities that really make up part of my week. So not everything will be out and about. Some things will be here at home, but they're all part of what makes up my Masonic life, as well as my social life and all of the other things that I try to combine. So I hope you'll enjoy it. I'll film a little bit each day and then put it together at the end of the week. Today is Thursday, and it is polling day. It's election day. I was going to tell you the date then, but I can't quite remember what the date is. Is it the 11th? No, it's the 8th. It's the 8th, and it's election day, and I've already been and cast my vote, so that's done. Interested to see what happens tomorrow morning when I wake up. Will we have a new government? Will we have the same one? What will be happening? So first of all, today I want to show you some of the things that I'm working on Masonically. So I've got several books on the go at the moment, several ritual books, so I'm just going to show you those. Here we are. Now, like most people, I've usually got several things on the go at the same time, so I find it useful to make out a list that shows things in chronological order and the dates when I need that piece of ritual by, just to keep myself on track, so that I don't concentrate on one little coloured book only to find that I should have really been looking at another one as well, or instead of. So I do my little list. Here it is, with the current one with the dates on, and this is what I'm working on at the moment. So here I've got my craft ritual book, and I'm concentrating at the moment on the 3rd degree. So I'm Master of Golden Jubilee Lodge number 107, and we've got a 3rd degree ceremony coming up, and I've got a practice for that tomorrow night. There are a lot of words to learn, as most of you will know, so I have been Worshipful Master 3 times before, but I still need to brush it up. I still need to make sure that I know what's happening and what I need to say, and that I've remembered those words in the right order, hopefully. I'm also doing the 3rd degree for my mother lodge, York, where I'm not the master, but the Worshipful Master has a very sick husband, and the 3rd degree is such an epic thing to learn, and also the subject matter, it can be a bit emotional in her circumstances. So she's going to open the lodge and then hand over to me, and I'm going to do the 3rd degree ceremony for her. So it worked out very well, seeing as I'm already learning the 3rd degree for Golden Jubilee Lodge. So that's the craft book. I'm also looking at my chapter book. So next week I'm going to Spain, to the Spanish Lodge, where I am the 3rd principal, Joshua, in the Spanish chapter. So it's our installation, so I've got a little bit of work to do there, so I am looking at that. But also I'm looking at it from the point of view of the Director of Ceremonies, because my chapter, St William's chapter, who meet in Filey, have got their installation in July, and we have got a practice coming up towards the end of June. So I always try and have all my words or my knowledge ready for the first practice, and then I can just be polishing things up and looking at movements, etc. I'm also the Director of Ceremonies for Royal Ark Mariner, who meet in Filey, and that's also coming up in July. So I need to have a look at that book as well. No words to learn, but I need to be sure of the movements and who's doing what. And we are running 2 ceremonies, one after the other, on that day, so that's going to be very interesting. And then over here I've got my, it says Malta on the front, so this is Knights Templar, the Malta degree, Knights of Malta, and I am the in the master, so to speak, of that degree. So I've got that ceremony to learn from scratch, and that is towards the end of July, so I need to be getting on with that one as well. So lots of work to do, and I'll be sitting down with a cup of coffee later today and working on at least one of those things. So a little bit of admin time now. So this is things like printing off agendas and checking emails, and people send me material for the magazine, for Our Orders magazine, The Gavel, on a regular basis, and I compile it all into folders. Sometimes I format it ready, but I don't do a lot of work on it until it gets closer to the publication date or the date that the printer wants it, and then it really does step up, and I've got, perhaps a month to put everything together. But meantime, I just get everything in a ready state to go into the magazine. So I'll get on with that now. This is quite a nice place to sit and do my admin, because out of the window here I can see the birds feeding, and I can look down the garden. I'll show you the garden on another day when the sun's shining. It's a bit horrible and wet at the moment, but sometimes we get little squirrels and birds feeding on the feeder there, so it's very nice.